Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Uncle Lander here. Continuation of Alan Wake, my very first playthrough. Let's see what's going to happen. I guess we have found the actual guy that we're supposed to meet at the back of a diner, but he's not doing very well. I think he's doing very well. But our wife have also probably been kidnapped. We are traveling between places, locations, dimensions, even. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, we got a dead man, and Alan does not know how to do a CPR, I guess. Ooh, coffee. Picking up the coffee, man. Always pick up the coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker myself. I almost never really drink coffee because majority of the time when that happens, I get severe headaches from drinking coffee. I don't know. Oh god. I don't know what it is. I just can't really drink coffee, you know. So I'm drinking tea instead. I like tea. Earl Grey, Yorkshire. Yeah, boy has the bro has hoops. You can jump a distance.
Out in the open, I was as good as dead. The office looked like my best.
You lose?
Shit. The deposit.
It's the latest thing!
Kills.
Two birds?
I cannot move.
Incontestably
Proven!
I cannot move.
Health!
I'm gonna die.
The sight!
I couldn't move, man. I didn't even knew that he's up there.
Levels.
This is require. Okay, yeah. Screw this. I'm just gonna go. I want to search around, but I don't think it's really safe.
I had to figure a way out of this. Any second now, and Stucky would be knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
Here's Stucky. Alright, so this provides me with a healing. Need to pick up batteries. Right.
During your trying, it's the latest thing.
Incontestably
Proven health benefits.
Yes.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
Hello? Hello?
And those cholesterol levels.
This is bad.
Yeah, you don't say, Alan.
As long as I was liable to catch an axe with my forehead.
The objects can actually hurt. I can't move. Game, I can't move. Excuse me, what am I supposed to do here?
During your trying, it's the latest.
I guess that counts as the first death.
testably
Proven.
Yes.
Health benefits. Let you
Maybe I was standing too. Maybe I was standing basically too far from the door over here.
sight and keep those cholesterol levels.
This is bad.
He just moved the whole goddamn house. Carry it over the river.
The bulldozer had gone over the cliff with the office. I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate, but I wasn't planning on staying to find out.
Why not? Why not, Alan? You have a revolver. You have the means of defense.
There were more of them. My head pounded with a concussion. I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no bodies. They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Really have to make you sick, huh?
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed by my flashlight. Someone had hidden a chest of supplies near it.
Ooh, goodies. Piece of candy. Hello, flare gun. And if we're gonna, like I said, we found the flare gun before, and it was good against a massive amount of enemies. Wait. You tell me that I'm supposed to, like, burn this? It's like a tip about burning something? Hold on. What if I'm gonna try and turn on this? But okay, maybe even better. I'm gonna try to look around for additional items like pages and... Okay, did not realize that this could hurt me. Pages and coffee thermoses. What we got here? That definitely fixed it, Alan. that definitely fixed
The
it.
dark forest was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Okay, hold on. Now that this is turned off, I can most likely, like, go through here. But I'm interested about one thing and one thing only right now. What about this? Do I have to... Because honestly, this only could mean light or the fact that I can fire a flare. Let me try to focus on it. No, I don't think it means anything. Because it's a rock. If I'm gonna fire the flare gun on it, it's obviously not gonna work, so... So why should I waste ammunition? Checkpoint reached.
It's rabbit season.
Emergency. Batteries. And revolver ammo. Hey, don't mind if I do. Probably need to go that way. The one thing that I can definitely say is that this game follows, like, the reticle basically for when you aim your weapon is basically your light. But I'm also thinking that this game uses, like, a half aimbot kind of mechanic to actually allow the bullets to actually stick to the target. Either that, or instead of projectiles we have hit scans. That is my thought. That is how I think about. Oh, manuscript page.
The Taken stood before me. It was impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
Okay, but Rosy Daydreams, that's the next one? Could it mean that I have missed all those pages? Nah, I don't believe that could be the case, because if that's true, then I missed a lot of things.
Departure by Alan Wake.
No, that's not the thing that I wanted to read.
Departure by Alan Wake.
I would like for the game to stop skipping from the last thing that I want to read to the first one.
Departure
See?
by Alan Wake.
Departure by Alan Wake. Okay, can I read it now?
Rose knew she had been gushing,
There we go.
but right now she didn't care. As far as she was concerned, her brief meeting with Alan Wake was literally the high point of her life. She watched as he got in the car with his wife. She was pretty, confident, at ease with Wake. Not like Rose. They were perfect for each other. She'd have given anything to be called their friend.
Wait. Aren't those pages like describing what have happened already in the game? Because we were in the bar, in the cafeteria, in the little inn, if you will, and we have met a girl named Rose. She was working in that place. It's like the pages are basically describing what have happened earlier in the game. It's like... It's interesting. It's almost like the whatever powers or whatever is controlling the reality of what is happening. It's like writing this story for Alan. And already, I can already have toss in a little bit of a theory. What if all the things are being written by Alan, but he just doesn't know about that because of all of that him waking up suddenly from dream to reality to waking up again like in this place with a gushing wound on his head from the car crash that he supposedly was in. I mean, I'm definitely interested in figuring out what is going on, but it doesn't stop me from already theorizing, which I actually do. That's freaking loud. Okay, hold up. Options. Audio. I'm gonna lower the cinematics by quite a bit because that was a cinematic volume and that was loud as hell. So I'm going to allow myself to like lower the volume. What was that? Nothing beats Jet to Holiday. Yeah, let's see if we figure out what's gonna happen next. I don't want to be the guy that's gonna be like, god damn it, you already know what's gonna happen. Or you already know what is happening in the game. I still would like to theorize, because there's a little bit of a hint. Like, why would pages like this would be spread all over the place, right? And Alan Wake is the writer. Maybe it is like a way of... I don't know, maybe it is a way of reality, of this reality, to communicate with Alan Wake in one form or another.
When I saw the river below, something uncoiled itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
But it's pretty. I like rivers. They're calming, they're nice. You know, in the middle of the river, we're gonna find the coffee thermos. At that point, that coffee will be just incredibly cold. Kinda cold it. Kinda, because it was not in the river, it was just on the rock. It would still be kinda cold, though. I mentioned before that I need to get myself one of those for the winter season, so I can just, you know, pour a little bit of water in it and just drink a warm water whenever my tea is done. And that's most likely what is going to happen. Right, someone tells me that the game wants me to go that way. Then again, it also looks like a dead end. Oh, wait, there we go. Manuscript page. And that's a Barry's Arrival. That's a new one.
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on a plane after his calls were ignored by both Al and Alice for several days. It could mean that they were both on a second honeymoon, but Barry didn't buy it. Al had been way too unstable for that, not sleeping, messed up. Barry had years of experience dealing with Alan Wake. and he couldn't ignore it. Something was wrong.
Something is wrong, all right. If there's one thing that I can also adjust when it comes to audio, pump the speech volume a little bit. Just a little bit. And I really do hope that I have not missed those 5 pages, that I will be able to find them sometime later in the game. Uh-oh.
Sparkling river of space. That's where I go when I want something special to eat.
Stucky was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
Hardly can call it stalking if he just announces his presence like that. It's the devil. Ooh, is those like coffee? No. No. I'm just having hallucinations. What's this? Lithium batteries. And give me the... Oh, I already have the maximum amount of revolver ammunition. Okay. All right.
Talking is a hazardous occupation.
Get wrecked. Yeah, there must be some kind of a little bit of an aiming assist in this game, because I believe that normally I would miss every single shot. There must be a little bit of an aim assist, which honestly I do not mind that. I do not really mind it at all. With the only way to actually point at the target being your flashlight, and there's like technically not really any reticle, any kind of additional help is really welcome. Then again, who knows? Because considering the fact that I'm playing on easy game, considering the fact that I'm playing on easy difficulty, so I can figure out if I like the game enough first before I'm going to jump into higher difficulties. It might be just be tied to the difficulty of the game itself, you know? It might be basically the game thing. Huh, I can go for the shack over there. Okay, let's go explore a little bit, tiny bit of an exploration. I love exploring. I actually do like exploring. If there's a game that allows me to go into the corners of the area, of the corners of the map, and I can just go and explore and just go wild on looting, I'm gonna take that. I'm definitely gonna take that. Oh, supplies. Supplies, motherfucker. 18 batteries. I wouldn't be shocked if playing on easier difficulty also would mean that you get more supplies, that you're never gonna run away from batteries or anything like this. Which for the story playthrough purposes is perfectly fine. But for a higher difficulty, it's most definitely adjusted accordingly. I trust in develop. Oh, hold up.
Taken. They're taken.
They're taken. The taken are tiled with darkness, filled with darkness. So basically the enemies that we are fighting currently, the humanoid, shadowy like enemies, are called taken. As in possessed, maybe. Maybe possessed, because they kind of act like possessed, like, you know, changing the voice, aggression, incredible strength. It would make sense. Hey, you guys remember the time? You guys remember the entire freaking not conspiracy, but the entire thing, the controversy with the yellow paint on things. Well, guess what? More yellow paint. Suffer. I think the entire yellow paint thing is kind of ridiculous to fight over. On one side, I understand that people do not want to like be treated like idiots, but on the other side, it's like, come on, man. Pointers and markers like this existed in games at all times throughout the history. In one of the examples that I could say, example in Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man on PlayStation 1, if you wanted to find something, or if you wanted to get some kind of a tip or some kind of direction, you have question marks lying directly in your path. If you could climb something, you had basically different textures on different walls and stuff. And so I just basically do not really understand what is the deal with complaining about it too much. If you really want to get some if you really want to get some, I don't know, pinpoint, some form of hand-holding, go for Death Stranding. If there's one thing that I don't like about Death Stranding, and I mean it genuinely, is the absolute amount, the atrocious amount of hand-holding. Because you pick up something, and instead of like maybe having a pop-up window, you're not gonna get a pop-up window. You're gonna get 3 freaking conversations about how to use that specific item, as if you could not discover it by yourself. That kind of hand-holding definitely can demotivate the player from playing the game altogether.
The staircase was broken. I had to make my way up some other way.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Supplies. Okay, don't need more revolver ammo. At least not for now.
There was no power. There was bound to be a generator somewhere at the logging site.
You need to find a generator then. Okay, okay. I'll find it eventually. And by eventually, I probably mean by in like an hour or so, because I'm a bad gamer. Okay, maybe I wouldn't really consider myself to be a bad gamer. After all, this is my first playthrough. But I'm definitely gonna take my sweet time to absorb the entire game.
There had to be something I could use to reach the top.
Yes, I already have noticed that those wooden logs could like serve a role of a temporary bridge or something, so probably that's gonna work. What's this? Oh, just fuel canisters. No need to be bothered with that. What about this? And that's a generator. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Whoa. Ahí está. Dude started throwing axes like he's from Resident Evil 4. Ahí está. Ooh, page. Okay, let's check that page. Wake Attack by Birds.
Departure by Alan Wake.
Yeah, yeah, sure. That's definitely what I wanted to read. I need to remember that every single time I want to like read the page, I need to move my mouse away, because for some reason, if you have your mouse way too close to like one of the pages, the game automatically is gonna skip to where your mouse is pointing. So
I heard them before I saw them, swooping down from the sky and screeching as they came. I spun around just as the cloud was upon me. For an instant, I stared into 100 dead eyes, black pearls glittering in the darkness. I raised the flashlight and the swarm exploded like fireworks. Feathers burned, turned into ash. I couldn't hear my scream above theirs.
Well, at least we know what to do with the flock of birds. Because last time when I tried to like do something about them, they were basically, you know, they basically were attacking me regardless. Ooh, hold up. Shotgun. Groovy. Wait, how does it work? Okay, that is actually pretty neat. Alan can hold a light with the
With all
shotgun
this
at the same
forestry
time.
equipment around, there had to be something I could use to reach the top.
I'm still gonna use the pistol for a little bit because I only have like 2 shotgun shells, and I think it would be a smart idea to conserve that ammunition. Yeah, okay, so this is the generator, but I also have noticed something on the side, like some kind of a path. I want to see where that path is gonna take me, because it could take me to another coffee thermos or maybe another page, and I would like to pick that. I'm not planning to make this a completionist run, but I would certainly want to pick up as many items as I possibly can. If I can. Naturally, I'm probably on my very first playthrough, I'm gonna miss a couple items. I also wonder if this game has a New Game Plus. New Game Plus, it's one of those gimmicks that I do not really mind. I actually really like New Game Plus. The more games have New Game Plus stuff, the happier I am. And I'm not even lying. Yeah, let's go for the generator. I don't think I'm not gonna be able to find anything else in this place. Yeah, for a second I thought I see an arrow on the storm on the stone. On the stone. 1, 2. Only 2. Neat. Huh, that also would be my point of regenerating health. Which is always very, very welcome. Freaking barrel. Yeah, that barrel was weird. But honestly, that death was kind of my fault because I was thinking like, hey, okay, if that bulldozer is going to charge at me where I'm standing, it will be a good idea to dodge it. I basically knew that I just need to escape from the building. I wasn't really aware of that. Move the lift. I can move it way lower. Hold on. I think that should be good. Right? Right, so this is barricaded. This is like my bridge to go through. And I don't really think that I need to simply go down on it. Like I needed to push it all the way down. I think there's another one like this somewhere in the back that I could use. Because they're all connected. Nice concept. This game has a nice concept as I approach it. Light is a way to defend yourself. It's also similar to Fatal Frame games. Yes, that's true. But in Fatal Frame, they basically used... There was something over here. In Fatal Frame, they used not light only to defend yourself, but also basically a photograph. You know, the camera to defend yourself. Which there's actually a game that's an indie game called Heartworm that uses kind of similar mechanics, but it's a very indie game. I honestly never was into Fatal Frame. Not because of the themes that the Fatal Frame has, it just never really attracted me. Also, I have seen those games. I already been here before. I already have seen this game being played by a lot of people, and freaking Fatal Frame cheats. I'm sorry, but that game cheats. That game is cheating. Projectiles and goes through into the wall, and sometimes the shots that the shots that you're making with the camera just don't work at all. They're just non-functional. Yeah, that game is freaking cheating, man. At least that's how I feel about it. Hello, Jazz. What's up? Okay, so it seems that I might need to lower it even. I might need to get it even lower than it is. Or maybe not. Maybe I was right the first time. Okay, then my question is, how do I climb this then? There must be a way, right? There must be some kind of a ladder. Oh yeah, there it is. Hope you're doing well, Jazz. Hope everybody's doing well. Normally I plan to do like start the Halloween marathon like yesterday, but yesterday I had like a huge headache. And I was like just not really able to do anything. Even though I really wanted. Reach the gas station. Oh. Hey, hello there, shotgun shells. Yeah, headaches are not fun. If I could be honest, I don't even know why might have appeared. But then again, it might have been like a blood pressure related, because it's like even my grandmother did not really felt that, you know, that much in the top shape. So that's another flare gun. That's the second round for it. I always appreciate that. Mass of enemies can be neutralized with that little toy, and I really do enjoy eliminating mass of enemies. But even my grandmother did not feel really that good. She basically felt weak. So
Well, I was just outside for a breath of fresh air, and what a night. I know most of you are probably in your beds by now, but if you're still up and around, take a moment. Step outside for a spell and breathe in deep. The weather is absolutely still. The sky is crystal clear. It's like the forest is quietly breathing along with you. As you listeners know, I'm a night owl, and it's on nights like this I wish I wasn't cooped up in the studio. Makes an old man like me wish I could just roam wild. But here I am, and who'd keep you company all night long if I weren't? It looks like I'm not the only one staying up late. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, Pat, it's Maurice Horton.
Hello, Maurice. What are you up to?
Well, I was just taking Toby on his walkies.
Oh, isn't it beautiful out there?
Sure, but Pat, the reason I called is that Toby heard something rustling in the undergrowth and took off after it, and I couldn't find him.
Probably a rabbit.
Sure, Toby loves rabbits.
Well, sure.
Anyway, I figured that, you know, if anyone runs into Toby, they could grab him. My number's on his collar.
And Toby's a friendly dog?
Toby loves people. Usually he comes back, but we were pretty far from home, and it sounds like he went pretty wild there. Great dog, but he's just too dumb for his own good.
Well, Maurice, it's out there now. Hope Toby comes home soon.
Yeah, thank you, Pat.
You have a good night now.
yeah, I hope Toby's gonna. The music have changed a little more rhythmical. I like that. I hope Toby's gonna get found. God knows I will do a lot to find my dog if I will ever lost one. If I owned one to begin with, I cannot own a dog currently. Another page. Okay, what do we got? Wake finds pages. Oh, buddy.
At first, I kept finding the pages as if by accident. The book I couldn't remember was either a terrible and true prophecy or an act of creation that had rewritten the world. I began to hunt the pages feverishly, for they held the answer to the mystery. With it, I could save myself. With it, I could save Alice.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe you're gonna be able to find your waifu. Ooh, coffee.
The gas station was closer now, its light welcoming in the darkness.
Paul makes the best dogs in the state. Belly Burster is the best with no contest. Monster Dog is second best. The famous dog is third.
Yeah, he sounds like a perfectly stable and reasonable fella, ain't he? Oh, also, maybe a quick reminder for you, chat. Exclamation Marathon. I'm basically recording this game throughout the entire month of October, which is also my Halloween marathon. But Exclamation Marathon, to see the games I'm going to be playing, I also have a little bit of incentives there for new games or for some other games as well. Yeah, by the way, sorry for the longest link on the planet, but when I tried to use the tiny URL, it started to showing. Wait, is that the end of the premises? Huh. Interesting. Honestly, I'm gonna go that way. I wonder what's gonna happen if I'm gonna go that way, because it seems like I should not be like going this way because of something. And I'm interested to go actually over there because I mean, even the enemies have started spawning in. Oh shit. Adiesta. Ow. Rude. I don't know why I'm gonna be fair. I have no idea why I mixed these guys with Resident Evil 4. Probably just because they are starting to throw random items at me. That's the only reason why I'm mixing these two. As if in video game history there were no other enemies throwing random objects at me, right? As if. Yeah, it has that kind of mechanic. Use the light to stun an enemy. Oh boy. Ow. Blind the enemy or dodge the enemy attacks. Ugh. Boy, aren't you fast? Dodgers. Yeah, basically blind the enemies and then shoot them down. They're using the light, the flashlight, as a basically mechanic to find the tips, defend yourself, and offensive mechanics as well. Okay, I didn't press the shift fast. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to press shift to like dodge, but I'm also trying to like figure out ways to conserve my batteries, if possible, that is. Another page. I'll take that. TV in a gas station. Huh.
I stepped into the gas station's garage. It was dark and quiet. The place was a mess. It looked like someone trashed the place or that there'd been some kind of fight. Light spilled into the room through an open door at the back, and I made my way toward it. Without any warning, I was blinded by a bright light. An old portable TV on the shelf had come alive by itself. Impossibly, I could see myself on the screen, talking like a madman.
But yes, without the light, I don't think you can attack them. I mean, it's, to me at least, it's pretty obvious that not using your light is only gonna make your life more miserable. Ooh, coffee. Yoink. Okay, there was a path over here. I'm gonna take a look. I have also noticed that my health will already have returned to. Does easy difficulty has also a health regeneration? I hope it doesn't. I kind of hope it doesn't, because that would be kind of, I don't know. I would not like it. It would remind me too much of Skyrim, because in Skyrim, regardless of difficulty, just by basically standing still, you can regenerate your health in Skyrim. It's slow regeneration, but it's still regeneration, and I don't really like that a lot. Wiki says they have a shield of darkness. Shield of Darkness. What does it mean? They're listening to Ozzy Osbourne. Rest in peace, by the way. I'm gonna go up first. Shield of Darkness. We'll let them have the Shield of Darkness. I have the flashlight of light. Yes. Therefore, I'm stronger. I'm better. Ooh, hi. A third one. Well, I still didn't have a good opportunity to use the flare gun on a bunch of enemies at the same time.
I never touch salad, no. A man like me needs a hefty meal. That's for the day.
You know, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. A hefty meal is a good idea before like a long travel or long stream. Which, well, in my case, I don't even do long streams anymore. I'm streaming for like maximum 5 hours a day, and that's it. I mean, 5 hours is already a pretty good and pretty average amount of time for streaming, regardless. There are some people who can score 8 to 9 to 10 hours every single day. I'm like, bro, come on. Company.
We enjoy the magnificent.
Oh, he fast. He thinks he's fast. Get wrecked. Yeah, those were like more than 2 enemies, but honestly, considering from where they were coming from, I could just very easily just point the light on them, even without focusing. Ooh, a page. Okay, what do we get? Wake lies to a sheriff.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? She asked. The sheriff looked at me suspiciously. The early morning light flooded through the office windows. I would probably never have gotten out of the woods alive without her help. But I couldn't tell her the truth of what I'd faced the previous night. She'd think I was lying or crazy. She'd lock me up, and she wouldn't help me find Alice.
Huh. Alan, you little liar. You know what? As much as I appreciate those notes, I do not appreciate that they can be kind of spoilery. Because, okay, from this note, from this note alone, we are finding out there's another character that we are gonna talk to, and we're gonna lie to her. I didn't need to know that. Why couldn't that be left as a mystery a little bit, you know? I'm just saying. Hello there. Yep, got the shoots. Like 8 runs. Okay, so I have maximum 20 batteries. That's the maximum ammo I can have for that thing. Okay, yeah, that's a TV that was earlier mentioned in the notes. It almost makes me want to not, like, I want to pick up the notes, but not read them.
Immortality on those who advance it to elevate all of mankind. Newton, Einstein, Sagan, princes among men. But the price for such a legacy is steep indeed. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a quantum suicide.
But isn't this like a reference to not Twin Peaks?
Take a courageous man to change the script. Having called a press conference, Dr. Barclay Colvin is about to demonstrate that very courage.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I am Dr. Barclay Colvin, and I'm glad so many of you could join me here at the Moorcock Institute. Tonight, I'm going to give a practical demonstration of the many worlds interpretation. As you can see, this is a loaded 9mm pistol. It shall be part of a thought experiment. And now, a real experiment, known as a quantum suicide.
Did he say suicide? Is that a real gun? He's kidding, right?
Please, stay calm. There is no risk. Observe what occurs when I place the weapon against my own forehead. Now, you might think this round is merely a dud. Not so. Observe the flower pot. And yet, I myself cannot be harmed with this gun. With each pull of the trigger, 2 new realities branch off. One in which the weapon didn't fire, and one where it did. With my machine here, I have ensured that this reality is always the former. I have bestowed upon myself quantum immortality. Under no circumstances can this gun kill me.
So wait. What you're saying is that every time you pull the trigger, in another reality, you die?
Yes, of course, but that's completely trivial. There's an infinite number of things that could happen at any moment, and they always do happen somewhere. The point is, this one thing did not happen here.
You're insane, Colvin.
Insane? Insane?
Hey, was this thing supposed to be plugged in? I stumbled on it.
You fools! Gaze upon quantum immortality.
Uh-oh. I'm not really immortal anymore, eh?
Poor Dr. Colvin, felled by his own hubris or the ignorance of the masses. Perhaps he should have left the crate unopened, the decaying atom unobserved. Curiosity often kills the cat. In Night Springs.
Maybe he shouldn't bring a fucking gun? just maybe he shouldn't load this gun with actual fucking ammunition. I'm just saying, you know. I think it seems reasonable, right? Hey, Contra, a little less immoral now that he's dead. Yep. I mean, if you're being religious, he's immortal in spirit. Answering to whatever gods or whatever type of worship he's you know, he's into. I don't mind, I don't care. That looks safe. Yeah, if you look at it from the spiritual perspective, yes, he did. What was the name of a different show on the TV that was like in a very similar theme? It was not Twin Peaks. It was something with Zone, Twilight Zone. There we go. That TV little thing reminded me so much of a Twilight Zone. Checkpoint. Yeah, I don't trust this goddamn thing. Okay, I don't trust it. Yeah, so much patience, which I don't think that he has any. Considering that he sounds like he just took a lot of drugs or caffeine. You know, a theory. All of these guys have drank at least 3 thermoses of coffee. And now they're basically now zooting all over the place. Oh, hi.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
The engine block takes. Isn't easy and fatal. Count before. Miss my school, forgotten inside the engine has destroyed. Then rent car. You should always.
Ow, 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 ow. I would like to run. I would like to able to be run.
Professional.
Get wrecked.
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a lifetime of nightmares to come, assuming I'd reach the lights of the gas station alive.
So nothing problem is going on. They're all just high as yep. It's all just caffeine. Speaking of a TV series, I've started to watch Fallout TV series this week. I do enjoy it. I never really can get myself to watch a lot of TV series whatsoever or anything like this, because that would mean dealing with subscription services, and I don't really want to. I'm gonna be fair and honest. I just don't really want to deal with the subscription services at all. I already deal with Spotify, which sure, it's the only subscription service that I have, but I'm starting to think it's really not worth it. I'm starting to really think that it's not worth it, because I'm paying basically those $5-6 a month for music creators. So basically the music creators can create more music, because music isn't free. Pretty much nothing is free, but the shuffle option is not even a shuffle option, and I'm only paying those $6 for basic functions like skipping more than 4 or 3 tracks at the same time and being able to shuffle. It's just not worth the money, honestly. Something like this should be always available. if I was paying the $6 for higher streaming quality, that would be a different conversation. But basic options of just being able to skip songs that I don't really want to listen, that should be just available from the start. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're gonna get hits with ads in about 30 seconds. That being said, people of Twitch, enjoy the clips. People of YouTube, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this episode. If you did, like, share, subscribe, ring a bell, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Thank you guys once again, and I'll see you guys on the next episode of Alan Wake.